Okay.
Kind of drawing, guys. This is the vision.
Amazing.
Trust the vision, as they say.
Let's go up a little bit higher because right here it peeled off a little bit of the bark.
I'm hurting it already.
Nah.
I'm a bad dad.
You say you're a bad dad.
My mom would kill me.
Well, this is why I would do this in the greenhouse a lot of times, but
I'll let you do it first, Jason. So I have a. Oh, okay, that's awesome. I've never thrown dirt on the floor. How's it going, guys? We're here again trying to wiring a bonsai plant. I'm Naftali. I'm here with Jason Moyer. He's been on a couple of our stuff. But we're excited to transform this Japanese maple into a cool, bonsai. We're gonna be wiring. This is gonna be a wiring tutorial specifically. And so we'll get down to basics. We're first gonna get this big thing in here, and then we'll get close-ups on how to really go in depth on what the wiring is and how to prune the tree and clean it all up. And so we can get the wiring. So I guess we're pretty excited for that.
Yeah.
So I just want me to yank all this stuff off.
Well, you can. You're gonna want to also start up here because you want to expose the root flare. I don't know if you remember from the other video we did.
This is like a trivia. It's like I should have studied that video more.
Yeah, do you remember what the root flare is?
To be honest now.
Root flare is basically where the tree, the roots start coming out of the trunk in a major way.
Yeah, I'm starting to see.
And you can use this to kind of, you always
I like massaging it.
Go away from the trunk. So as you're doing it.
Look at that, it looks like a tree from Avatar right there. Oof.
Okay, that's a good starting point. Let's clear off the turntable here. And you can just go ahead and push all the dirt onto the floor for now. Oh, and we'll just sweep it up later. That's the easiest way to clean it up, I've discovered.
Really? Oh no.
I mean, you can push it up to the side here if you want, but at a certain point we're going to need to push it on the floor and
we're going to throw on the floor regardless. Okay.
Because the broom is the easiest way to clean it up.
My mom would kill me.
Well, this is why I would do this in the greenhouse a lot of times, but as long as we clean up right afterwards, we're good.
I'll let you do it first, Jason, so I have a...
So I'm just going to push it.
Oh, okay, that's awesome. I've never thrown dirt on the floor.
Mom raised you right. It's not letting you do that. Okay, so now you need to start building the shape a little bit before we even put any wire on it. So you've already trimmed off these other things. Any other branches that you think just aren't going to work in the design?
This guy did not make the cut. Sorry, guy. Right here?
Sure. You can go back in later and even cut it closer to the trunk. Now, with Japanese maples, you can take these and often you can do a cutting and get a new tree out of that. So, okay, I think you're in a good position to start wiring. So the first things first, now you're gonna bring this one out, is that what I understood?
Yeah, let's bring this up.
Wire the trunk line first. I'll do a quick show you how to measure how much wire to cut because you don't want to use the whole roll unless you need it. But we're not gonna need a wire down here because this already has pretty good movement and really you're not gonna move that anyway. I mean, you can feel that it is so, it's really set. Strong. But you're gonna need to go into the soil a little bit, probably for an anchor, and you're gonna need to come up farther than where you think, because you're gonna be winding around it, so it's gonna take up more wire than you're thinking. So here, take the wire cutters, and go and cut it right above my fingers there.
Oh, okay, that was pointless.
Put that in there, and then I'll show you the first kind of movement. You pinch where it's starting, you're holding it in place, and you're not wrapping it around. That's a mistake people made. You're taking it and you're moving it to position 2. Okay?
Yeah. And
now you're moving your fingers slightly to hold that next one, moving it to position. That's probably a little bit too steep of an angle.
Because essentially it is wiring it, but it's just like, swiveling it across.
Yeah, so the difference between what I'm doing and you could get in here and you can like try to wrap it around the tree. And what that causes is it causes a big gap between the trunk and the wire, which reduces its ability to hold it.
Yeah.
So doing this, you can pull it tight, you can pull it tight, you can pull it tight. Does that make sense?
Yeah. And
you want to keep this angle and spacing between the wraps even, so it's the same amount. You also have to kind of predict, like you're gonna need to go above that branch.
Oof, easy.
So I'll let you kind of finish going up as far as it'll go.
Two-man job.
Well, I mean, as you get more go ahead and finish up. There's not really any more branches there, so I'll let you kind of do that. And so just kind of watch, make sure you're keeping that angle and spacing the same. And let's stop there for now. You've got the wire in position.
That's how it looks like now. Look at that.
Got it? And now you can, now you're gonna wanna manipulate it into position where you want it. One thing that you're gonna, when you start to actually manipulate the tree with the wire, is you twist slightly in the direction it's going. So here it's going clockwise around it, right? So as you bend that, you never bend and push in one spot. You want to distribute the energy as much as possible.
Yeah.
So you twist and kind of try to get that. It is living, so unfortunately, better time to do this is in the fall when it is dormant, because you're less likely to break the branch. So how does that look to you? It's got a nice little, it comes up, it goes back, and then it comes back, and a little bit forward even.
Yeah.
And then you're also gonna wire these ones still. These aren't gonna just hang out like that.
Okay, cool, because then I was thinking like maybe put these a little up.
Yeah.
So guys, this is the plan. We kind of wanted to, at least I like the idea of like some stairs, you know, like kind of like that. Something going on like that. But as a true artist, we're gonna draw it out. So I guess, Jason, what we have going on here is that we're gonna start drawing it out. I think that's way easier. We're visual learners here. And so we're gonna just kind of visualize the growth of it and kind of plan what we want to end, right?
Yeah.
Mona Lisa, watch out.
Yeah. Every time I draw, I always tell people, I'm like, I'm not an artist. Please don't judge my drawing.
Well, you're not a drawer. I guess you're an artist in terms of plants. That looks terrible, but the vision's there.
You also don't want to cover the trunk. One thing that is like a kind of a rule of bonsai is you want to see the trunk line as much as possible. Like obviously sometimes it's going to be covered a little bit, but it helps give it the feel of like an old tree.
Oh, I guess so. This one would be a little tilted to get it a little bit more away to the trunk.
Okay.
Kind of drawing, guys. This is the vision.
Amazing.
Trust the vision, as they say.
When you wire, you need to go down because it has to have an anchor. So you come down a little bit on the trunk, follow the previous one. With this one, you're going to want to go under it because see how there's a little gap on the top of the branch there? So you're going to want to come up over the branch and then around, but keep those wires tight.
So anchor here. Is that a good distance?
Let me see, how far down are you?
Or is that down up here?
Yeah, that's a good distance.
And then whatever we don't need, we clip off. So that's how you guys measure, just
yeah, just go a little bit further because wrapping around takes up more distance. Sorry, I just got the dog out. Just keep it tight, and now move your fingers and pinch there.
Ooh, yeah.
Here, go ahead, I'll hold it.
Oh, but it has to follow the same angle, right?
That's what you want, same angle, same spacing. Now, so you'll pinch it there, and now you'll bring it down, and that's your first bend onto the new branch.
Oh, whoa. Look at that. Okay, first thing gone. Cut.
And
perfect.
You're setting it up to be more interesting in the future. So if it doesn't look super interesting right now, just know that this is your bonsai is a long-term plan. Yeah. You could probably start right about here with the new wire. Go up one of these main ones.
Let's go up this one.
Okay.
So a little longer.
A lot of times I'll go through and I'll wire every branch before I start positioning any of them. So now instead of going around, I would come up and just go over that one.
Like that?
Yep. Good.
Like I'm changing the angle.
The reality is, as you're learning, you're going to a lot, and it's okay. Just try to get better as you wire more and more. And you're only gonna leave this wire on like a couple months. As it starts to grow, it's gonna build new tissue in its vascular system, and that'll hold it in place. So it'll hold the shape you give it after a couple months, as long as it's not dormant. If you wire it when it's dormant, you have to leave the wire on longer. Now, what I would do for these other two, it's a slightly different technique. Go ahead and hand me the wire roll then. Instead of anchoring it on the trunk, I would anchor them to each other. So you're gonna use one wire across both of them. So I maybe cut it right there. Well, no, you're gonna wire one and then bring it across into the other one.
Oh,
So
sick.
let's trim the wire right there.
Okay.
So where this one comes out of the branch lower, I would start it maybe there. You do still want to have this. Okay. So you see what I did?
Yeah.
I wrapped around the trunk once and then I came out this branch. So both now are anchored to the trunk but also to each other. Mm-hmm. So you do still need to pinch it as you wire it. Otherwise it's going to wiggle the other side. But it reduces the amount of wire going up to the trunk.
Okay, what a true.
I mean, you can still pinch the branch a little bit. Don't squeeze it super hard. It's not fully developed branch, so it's not like hardwood yet. But I really enjoy wiring for this purpose. Like, you can sit there in your quiet and just wire, design it, and then bend things to the place you want to go. So one of the practices that is time consuming, but I enjoy it.
It's like I guess it's like the more fun part, because then it's like that's where you're truly being the life.
Yeah, I mean,
like you're just setting it up for that.
Setting it up for the future. Yeah. Go ahead and finish it on this side.
Whew. All right, left-handed it is.
Are you left-handed or right-handed?
I'm right-handed. Are you left-handed, right-handed?
No, I'm right-handed.
So you're normal.
Doesn't that mean we're less creative generally?
I think it is actually.
Yeah, left-handed people are more creative is the stereotype.
Are
you left-handed or right-handed, Atticus?
I'm right-handed.
So no creatives here.
Jenny, my wife, is left-handed.
That makes a lot of sense. She's super creative.
She's the creative one in the family, so there's probably a more efficient way to do it than what you did, but it works.
You know, this is what...
Just throw some shade at your wiring.
This is what a right-handed person would do.
You're gonna want to reduce these in length. If it were me, I'm just giving you my opinion, I would keep either this one or this one as the new branch coming off of it. And so I would cut it back to either there or there.
It does feel like it's the mullet of the tree. All right, right there?
Sure.
Oh, there we go. Look at that.
The tree's a lot lighter now, and you're gonna stimulate a lot more growth. I'm gonna put this in here and try to...
Look at this thing, guys. This is epic.
Okay, so I would start like right there and just come up this. You're doing the exact same thing you did down there.
Perfect. Look at this. I could do this in my sleep. Okay, the end is kind of funny.
Yeah, I mean, what you can do is you can pre-form the hook.
It's different because it's thicker, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, we're doing it.
Let's go up a little bit higher because right here it peeled off a little bit of the bark.
Ooh. I'm hurting it already.
Nah,
I'm a bad dad.
as long as you don't break further down into it. There you go. Keep going.
Okay, look at that.
I'll hold it right there and you say you're a bad dad.
Ooh. Guys, this is coming to life. I'm starting to like it.
So now, same deal here and here. This one, you might be able to do with a smaller wire. This one, I would say you should use the thicker wire. So I don't know if you remember in the first video with me you guys filmed, I talked about how when I would drive to Salt Lake, I would put on like a podcast or a book on tape or something.
Yeah.
That was my meditation that I started. That's what I do now when I'm wiring. I'll be in the greenhouse, I'll have a podcast or a book on tape playing next to me, just on a speaker while I'm wiring these things. So.
It makes a lot of sense. It's like, you're like, I'm not focused on anything right now. This is the only thing I'm worried about. It's like my son. It's like, you're my only worry right now. And so I see where this is like bringing the...
So it lets you get in that kind of meditative mindset of like, I can think about anything right now because all I'm doing is just wrapping a wire around a trunk. So.
Which is crazy because I feel like I couldn't learn. I guess like it's a lot easier hands-on, like you helping me here, and I guess...
But if you saw how many trees I've killed over the course of me learning, like it's not like it was easy.
Yeah, true.
There's a big graveyard of trees.
But I guess you learn that way, right? You learn of...
Well, I mean, if you're doing it right, you learn that way. I guess you just keep killing them, but if you're trying to get better each time, then I think you're learning. So I think that's the important part. And anything you do a lot of times, you're probably going to get better at. Whether you try to deepen your understanding of it is the difference, I think.
Well, that's the rule, right? Like it's like what, the mastering of 10,000 hour rule?
Yeah, but you can do 10,000 hours wrong. You can do it wrong for 10,000 hours. Now you've mastered how to do it wrong. So while you're doing it, you gotta try to improve how you're doing it.
So you watch videos like this. You know, this is intended for the people. So
It is. You're right. I'm laughing, but no.
It really is.
Sounds way more impressive the way you're saying it.
I love my plant. Well, this is awesome. Thank you so much, Jason. Look at, this is the final kind of product that we have.
And he's gonna leave those wires on there probably a couple months. Once you start seeing new growth coming out of the tip, so once it has started growing new leaves, you're probably safe to remove it because that means it's growing new tissue, new, that those branches will probably hold in place.
And this was just a fun experience seeing that, like, yeah, you do make drastic decisions. We did take a lot of things, and we had this little mood board that we have going on here. But I think like a lot of what I learned is just like trusting the process, even though it will take time, and knowing that you can create a lot of difference. You know, we did a lot going on here, and I'm really proud of what we did. And you know, it's gonna take a lot of time to see the fruit of our labors, but I think it's gonna be cool.
Yeah, so I think you've done a good design, initial design, especially for your first tree ever. I mean, I think it's awesome. You'll want to make sure it stays moist. Don't let it dry out. It's in a small pot and it needs to do a lot of recovery. So we are going to put it in the greenhouse for a little while, but you've set it up nicely for a really nice future.
Look at it, it's such a bright future ahead. Look at that. Well, thanks for watching, guys. We really appreciate you guys watching. We hope that you guys learn how to, you know, I'm learning, so we're all learning together, but wiring is a lot easier than I thought and a lot harder, but I think just with patience and really giving yourself some slack and knowing that it's a difficult process, but I think it's worth it in the end. And so, yeah.
Okay.
Thanks for watching. We hope we can see, we'll get back to you guys in, let's say, a couple of weeks and see the progress of this plant. So thanks for watching. Comment down below what you guys think and what you guys like. And yeah, thanks Jason for the time you gave us. And of course, we'll love to see this seedling grow into its full potential. And so, thank you.